Josh Reinstein, what title would you like to use?
President of the Israel Allies Foundation.
And is that connected to some caucus in Congress?
Yeah, it's connected to the Congressional Israelites Caucus. We have actually 53 caucuses around the world, including the Congressional Israelites Caucus, the Knesset Christian Allies Caucus, the EU Parliamentary Israel Caucus, about 1,500 legislators in our network today.
How do you feel about the way that this administration is handling Israel?
Well, I think it's ridiculous. You know, we're in the middle of a war, and to have a friend like America, our best friend in the world, to come out against us at this time by sanctioning Israel and being involved in BDS is really destructive.
So Israel is important both to Jews, Christians, and anyone interested in global stability. What did the Christians announce, some Christian organization announced this week?
We had a big victory at the National Religious Broadcasting Convention where they decided that instead of using the term West Bank, which is erroneous, they'll start saying Judea and Samaria, which is the actual name for the land.
What holy places are in Judea and Samaria?
Bethel, Shiloh, Hebron, all the altars of our faith are in Judea and Samaria, and so people who believe in the Bible understand that Judea and Samaria is the heartland of Israel.
Should Jews be allowed to live unadulterated in these holy lands to both three faiths?
Look, the parts that are under the control by the Israeli government, anyone can live there and buy there and move there, and it's crazy to say that Jews can't live somewhere. No one would say Jews can't live in Cleveland, yet they have no trouble saying Jews can't live in Hebron, our historic homelands. So I think it's a big mistake, and I hope it's repealed immediately.
But there are demonstrations on U.S. streets, in fact, European streets, against Israel, and they appear anti-Semitic. Do we see Christians coming out in support of Israel against these negative, some turn into pogroms?
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot of Christians come to the streets. We just saw during the ICJ trial, the erroneous trial against Israel, that there were 5,000 Christians standing there with Israeli flags. We see Christians rallying in everywhere from Liberia to Guatemala to Papua New Guinea. Christians, not countries, are standing with Israel today, and we're seeing Christians act and mobilize like never before. This is the first time in history where Jews are fighting a war, and we're not alone.
In which cities in the U.S. do Christians come out?
Christians came out in Dallas, Washington, D.C. at the biggest rally we've ever had for Israel. In New York, all over America, Christians are organizing and acting and supporting the state of Israel and the well-being of its people as well.
What about churches who are more sympathetic, in fact, maybe supportive of the Palestinian nationalist cause against Israel?
Well, these churches unfortunately believe in replacement theology, the idea that the church has replaced Israel. Unfortunately, that's not the right theology. And so it's only churches who believe that God's covenant with Israel is everlasting and they're grafted into that covenant that will stand with Israel, and that's what we're seeing happen around the world.
Okay, if people want to get more information to follow your foundation?
Go to israelallies.org and see what we're doing. Get involved. We've created a diplomatic iron dome, and we need the ammunition to fight.